My name is Darren Hayes, and I'm a gay man who loves his life. I have a career that I love, I've got a partner that I adore beyond all comprehension, and I'm surrounded by friends and family and a community who accept me and support me for who I am. But it wasn't always so. Growing up, I had a real tough time. I think by the age of 13 in high school, I was bullied so much so that I didn't even want to go to school anymore. It seemed that everyone else in the world knew that I was gay before I did. There was something about me that some of the kids didn't like, and boy, did they let me know about it. I was picked on, I was tormented, I was called names, I was beaten up because I was gay. The really sad thing about this is that I was just artistic. I was somebody who was a natural born entertainer. I could sing, I could dance, and you could see from space that I was meant to do what I do for a living today. But back then, the thing that made me extraordinary made me a target. It took me a long time to realize that I was gay. You don't need to know my long, boring coming out story. It's quite dramatic and fun. It's also quite tragic. But the truth is, I eventually accepted who I was, and I was lucky enough to have a career in music and in the arts that I could throw myself into. But the truth is, a lot of the early part of my career was spent, I guess, disguising a real sadness that I had in my life because of these early experiences as a youth, being picked on. I was led to believe that who I was wrong. I was led to believe that the happy ever after that they sell you in the movies, that wasn't for me, that wasn't for gay people, that was only for straight people. I didn't have a role model that I could look up to. I didn't know a single gay person, and in my heart I knew that I wanted to get married one day, maybe be a dad, and certainly meet someone that I could spend the rest of my life together. And I was led to believe from the people who picked on me and from the society that I lived in that this wasn't an option for me. As I said, I'm so lucky because even though I struggled with depression and I struggled with a lot of sadness in my life, I had people who loved me for who I was and made me feel confident and secure that being gay wasn't a choice. It was just the way I was born. It was just who I was. It was the thing about me that was really no more significant than the colour of my eyes or the colour of my hair or the size of the shoe that I wore. I eventually found love for myself. I had love from the people around me, and I met the love of my life, Richard. This is my wedding ring, and 5 years now I have been married. Richard and I celebrated our 5th anniversary of our civil partnership here in England. It was the happiest day of my life. I got married in a circle with all my friends and family. I was lucky enough to hold Richard's hand and my mother's hand and look across the circle at my sister and my nieces and nephews and all the people who loved me for me, who loved me for who I was born. Like I said, it wasn't always that easy, but for anybody who is struggling, anybody who is being made to feel guilty about who they are, I just want to remind you that it gets better. It gets so much better. It gets amazing. You know, I have my cake and I ate it too. I have the happy ever after. I have a career that I love, and I have a love in my heart that is indescribable because I believed that there was a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a huge theme in my music. It's something that I feel very strongly about and reminding people all the time. I think this is a great campaign to reinforce the fact that it does get better. And I know things are tough right now, but you must never give up, and you must never forget that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And more importantly, that you are beautiful. You are perfect just the way that you are. Thank you.